The Honourable Member of Strathmore Brooks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank my honourable colleague from Olds Disbury Three Hills for articulating the position of the Wild Rose official opposition with regards to Motion 6 and the Interim Supply Bill. I will not repeat too much of what my colleague has said, but will expand upon several of our concerns as the official opposition. Normally, an interim supply bill is for a few $100,000 or a few $1 million. I would chance to say it is extraordinarily rare that an interim supply bill would be for several $1 billion, let alone up to $18.5 billion that we see added up in the motion and interim supply bill before us today. This is an extraordinarily large sum of money. One of the things that Albertans were concerned about, and one of the reasons they voted for change, was because they believed that the previous government was frivolous with their money, that they spent first and asked questions later, if they would even accept questions. We need to get off on a better start here. This is a new government and a new legislature with nearly entirely new members. We need to start with an atmosphere of respect for this legislature and the period given to debate, and also to being serious with taxpayers' money. My colleague from Olds Disbury Three Hills has said, we will be debating in the maximum of 3 hours how to spend $83 million every minute. That works out to more than $6 billion an hour. I don't know about you, but that scares me. And I think it would scare taxpayers if they knew that we were being that frivolous with their money. Mr. Speaker, we understand that the government is unable to prepare a full budget at this time, but more details would otherwise be needed. This is not a budget, this is a brochure. This is intended merely to give the government a blank check to spend money. Traditionally, it is the constitutional obligation of the legislature and of the official opposition in particular to scrutinize money bills before the House, to do due diligence in ensuring that when the executive comes before this assembly and asks for funds, that we are not giving them a blank check and that we are doing our due diligence. Mr. Speaker, the Wild Rose will not be voting to give this government a blank check. We are trying to be helpful and we are trying to be cooperative in this new legislature. So I will repeat the words of the official opposition's House Leader, that if the government House Leader would be open to an amendment to extend debate to 6 hours, which would mean we're only debating $3 billion an hour, we would be willing then to accept the motion before the House. Thank you.